everyone, I'm Liliana Ramirez from MUSE TV, and I'm here with the one and only Yvette Monreal.
Hello.
How are you, Yvette?
Oh, I'm so good. How are you doing?
I'm good too, thank you. How's your day going?
Really well. Bunch of interviews today, but it's been so fun.
Oh, I bet. So Yvette, you've been on many shows, movies, like Matador, Rambo 5, Lowriders, and much more. But you're recently on the star. You're recently the star on the CW TV series Stargirl as Wildcat. How can you tell me your experience playing the role as Yolanda Montes?
Sure. Honestly, it's been such a whirlwind. It was so fun. When I was shooting Rambo, I got the call that I booked the part. So I mean, if anyone knows, every actor knows that it's really like stressful after you're done with one job. You're like, okay, what's next? But the fact that I had it lined up was amazing, and I have a great group of people that I love to go to work with every day, and the showrunner is amazing. The writers are so good at storytelling. Honestly, it's my dream job. I've always dreamt of being a superhero, and now it's here. So it's been fantastic. Very great, very great. And I love her backstory. I'm in love with this character. I will play her until they tell me not to, I could play her forever.
That's amazing. So you say that you've always wanted to be a superhero. Who is your favorite superhero growing up? Who was it?
I didn't really have a Latina superhero to look up to growing up. The superheroes that I did get inspired by and thought they were so awesome, was Halle Berry as Catwoman, Batman, the Riddler, Jim Carrey. I mean, those they were awesome. But I was really inspired by Jennifer Lopez growing up. She was an amazing performer, actor. Selena, of course. That was like that was just a staple in my house. We would watch it almost like every week together as a family. We had clocks of her too, and I would lie to my friends and say that she was my aunt. But yeah, so as in that way, I guess Jennifer Lopez was very inspiring to me. But superheroes, yeah, there weren't very many Latina superheroes growing up that I can remember. Right. Yeah, I watched a lot of telenovelas though. Oh. That was those girls were powerful, if you ask me.
So you're an actress of a Mexican and Chilean descent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know how it's September, we're celebrating National Hispanic Heritage Month all month long. What is it like to be one of the very few Hispanics to play the role of a superhero?
It's very, I feel a lot of responsibility. I think it's an honor, first of all, to have, the little ones look up to me and be able to say like, oh, Yvette Monreal did it. So I feel like since I look like her, maybe I could do it too, like people, I feel like people look on screen and they feel like that's what's acceptable. That's like people see that and they're like, oh, those are the people who can make it. So for me to be one of those people and to inspire the youth of our, generation, it's a real honor. And I'm glad that I'm able to do that for the younger generation. It's a big responsibility, but I love it. I have so much fun doing it.
I bet. So I know you love playing Wildcat. What is your favorite scene so far from season 2?
Oh, from season 2? I would say it's the episode coming up this week. Can I say what it is, or is that a spoiler? Sure. Okay. Yeah, it was so fun working with Jake Austin Walker again and Christopher. Oh, wait. This is going to air today?
I believe tomorrow, no?
Tomorrow. No, I mean this interview. Is this interview airing today?
No, it's not airing today.
Oh, okay, good. Oh yeah, so it was so fun working with Jake Austin Walker and Christopher Baker. They're such a pleasure to be around, and their energy, so fun. They made the really dark scenes really fun to shoot. But yeah, I'm really looking forward for everyone to see the scene where I am in the classroom and then I roam the hallways. It was inspired by Nightmare on Elm Street. So that's really fun. I can't wait for people to see that. And also you guys get to see a familiar face again. Jake, he's freaking amazing. And he does such a great job this season.
That's good. So I know you said about working with the villains. Who's your favorite villain on the show?
Oh my gosh, they're all so good. I really love Tigress. Sportsmaster is hilarious. I would say though, like the person who stood out to me this season was Eclipso. He was so frightening. His preparation for the work inspired me to like go at it harder. You know, I already put my all into my work, but when I saw his performance and his preparation and the way he went about, just the way he prepared before doing a scene was just so inspiring to me. So, I mean, that's like the outside, but in like also his performance, I mean, he is scary. He is freaking scary. And all of that sniffing stuff that he does when you guys saw him this last episode, that like that, all those little details, like that was all from him. He's a theater actor. So yeah, I freaking love his work. He's amazing. And he's scary.
He is scary. I binge watched the show and he is scary. Also Shadow Man or
You
Shadow.
did? Oh,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, the shade.
Say the shade.
He's wonderful. His wife just won an Emmy last night. I watched it and I was just so proud. I was like, they're so cute. He talks about her on set all day and he's a wonderful actor as well. I love him so much. Jonathan Cake, that's his name.
Jonathan Cake. So if you could have a superpower, what do you think it would be?
Like, it would be to fly with the wind in my hair, get from point A to point B so fast. It would definitely be that. I think it sounds like the most fun too. Like I've always wanted to fly. Are you kidding? I would dream about jumping off my roof when I was little and flying, obviously. But yeah, I definitely had like those thoughts, like, what if I jump off my roof with an umbrella? But that was before my brain developed. So good thing I never had an umbrella growing up.
Right.
Probably would have done it.
They say you would love to fly, and I know you fly a lot. You know, you do a lot of stunts in Stargirl. Do you do both of them, or do you have a stunt person?
I do have a stunt double, Kira. She is amazing. Oh my gosh, she embodies Wildcat so well. I would do my stunts if they let me, but I think that's a liability. They don't want me to like break my arm or something. And Kira does it so much better. She's like trained professional. Has been doing it all her life. So yes, I have but I do it when they let me.
Okay, to be safe.
Yeah.
How many more seasons of Stargirl can we expect?
Oh my gosh, I hope 20. I'm kidding. I'm not sure. I guess we just have to see with like the ratings and everything. That's what we base it off of. But I know that they have stories for endless seasons to come. But I think it's like, I think they want to do about 5. I think 6 was the most I heard, but you know, it's all up to the viewers and if they're engaged and if they're watching us. But I would love to play her for as long as I can.
You do amazing. I fell in love with your character. It's like, yes, Latina, represent.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Seriously.
You're welcome. So you know how we talked about, you know, like since the media lacks representation in the Hispanic community and its authenticity, have you ever faced any obstacles booking a job?
Yeah, honestly, I was very well aware getting into the industry that there are very few roles for Latinas. And I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, thank goodness my name is Monreal. People can't tell where it's from. People like my mom's last name is, her maiden name is Gonzalez. So I was like, oh, if I was Yvette Gonzalez, this would be like a whole other mountain to climb. And honestly, that's the reality of it. Like people get pigeonholed. Like if you have I had some Latina friends who had more of an ethnic last name as me, and they wouldn't go out for certain roles because like, oh, the role isn't Mexican. It's like, but you could do the job. There was nothing specific about it where you couldn't have done the job. If I'm going out for it, you should definitely be going out for it too. So I mean, there were things like that I faced growing up or getting into the industry, but with everything else, I think that I really just wanted to work when I first started. Like if I got if they're like, oh, go out for the stripper role, whatever, I was just like, ooh. Well, my grandma, she has such a fun personality. She's just like, you better be the best stripper out there. You better show those girls, you know. She's just so fun and just such a happy kindred spirit. So yeah, I would say like just like being pigeonholed. I was just worried about like not getting enough jobs getting into it, but luckily I am where I am, and it's because I'm ethnic that I have this job. I think like they really want it. Our showrunner really likes to honor the, you know, if it's a Mexican superhero, let's make her Mexican. There was this other casting job that he was doing, and they wanted to move forward with someone who wasn't ethnic, and it was an ethnic superhero, and he was like, nope, you guys have to go until you find it. So I appreciate the people who I'm surrounded by for sure, 100%. Sorry, that was long.
No, that's amazing. You know, I feel like
Okay.
thank you. What advice would you give all your young followers or, you know, aspiring actresses, you know, who aspire to be like you?
I really like, there's this speech that Jim Carrey did when he spoke at like a college once, and he said, you know, you could fail at something you don't like, so might as well um, reach for the thing that you do want to do. And if you fail at that, you know, just keep trying. I would say just go for it 100%. If you don't have people who are supportive of you, find a group of friends who who are inspiring and who are doing the things that you like to do, because honestly, like that was my big thing. I was in a conservatory for 2 years, and I was around actors who wanted to be successful in the industry every single day, 5 days out of the week, for four hours a day. So that really motivated me, and we all had the same goal and inspiration. So it pushed me. I think that's the reason why I am where I am. Like I had people around me surrounded, always working on their craft, always like pushing for the next level. So surround yourself around people who are reaching for the same goals as you.
Yes, that's good. So on your free time, what do you like to do? Do you have any hobbies besides, you know, I know you like to act and you're an actress, but do you like to do anything on your free time?
Yes, I love to go to the beach. I am learning how to shoot a bow and arrow right now.
Ooh.
That's amazing, right? I know our showrunner's like, we're gonna have to write that in somewhere. So yeah, I just like to do random things. I'm trying to like get my like stunt game a little better so they can let me do my own stunts. So the more of that I have under my belt, the more I'll be able to do. So I would love to do an action film soon where I lead an action film. Laura Croft vibes, you know what I mean?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do you know, bow and arrow. Is it just randomly, or like, oh, I just need to master this?
It really was just randomly. Like I think it came from a conversation because I had a few friends who were talking to me about the Rambo movie, and they're like, yeah, it would have been cool, like, you know, Rambo with his bow and arrow, he does this and that. I'm like, you know what, I bet you if I knew how to do it, and I was just like, hey, I know how to do the bow and arrow, like we would have fit it in there somewhere. So it just came from a random conversation about Rambo's skills, and I was like, I'm going to get as many skills as I can. I'm going to do whatever and everything that I can to get my skill set up, so that there's going to be something else next time I talk to you. I'm sure I'm going to be like, I learned how to ride bareback on a horse or something.
That's amazing. Well, so what else does Yvette Monreal have in store for us? Any upcoming projects, movies that we might see you in the near future?
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, I would love to lead an action film, like I said, but there are a few projects in the works right now, but I can't really say because nothing is like confirmed. This is what we're gonna do, but I will for sure let you know as soon as I get confirmation that we're doing it. Also, my schedule really depends on the show because I'm locked in the contract. So as long as it works around the show, I'm able to do it. But I'll let you know as soon as I get confirmation on a couple things.
Awesome. I'm excited to hear. Is there anything else you want to let us know before we go?
Yes, I hope everyone can watch Stargirl, and there's going to be more fights and more stunt sequences, like kind of like episode 6. So look forward to that because it's action packed and it is so fun towards the end of the season. It's going to be incredible.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Yvette, for coming and being here with us.
Of
today.
course. Thank you, Lily. You were so fun to talk to. I really appreciate you taking the time out as well.
Thank you. Well, there you have it, guys. Yvette Monreal. Make sure you guys watch the Stargirl every week on the CW.